Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Comes. You got the brand new video. Before we get into the video, hit that sub button, like the video, and comment down below your thoughts on this video. It has been a phenomenal couple of games, couple of weeks in the playoffs. The first round, play-in, everything has been crazy. But before we talk about the New York Knicks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, which I said was my favorite series of the first round, let's get to 1,560 subscribers. Can we do that? 1,560 subscribers. Can we get to 5 likes on this video? Without further ado, let's get into the video. So today we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks. At the time of recording this video, the New York Knicks are up 3-1 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I thought this series was going to be a 7-game series, 6 to 7 game series, because I thought these teams were so evenly matched up, so evenly diverse, where the Cleveland Cavaliers got the bigger stars, bigger names, but the New York Knicks have the depth. They got the role players, they got the supporting cast that the Cleveland Cavaliers do not have. But at the time of recording this video, the New York Knicks are up 3-1. And this has been solely dependent on a couple of guys. There's been a lot of key factors, a lot of key players on both sides of the team that have played phenomenal, or that have played, where we thought they were going to play. For the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, although he had a couple slow games, he is the main catalyst for the New York Knicks. He is the guy to give to the ball and get out of his way and let him work in clutch moments in the last 2 minutes. You give him the ball and he's going to go and get you a basket. And that's what he has been doing. If he's not giving you a basket, he's kicking it out to somebody else who's going to get you a basket. Now, let me talk about the young prince of New York that a lot of people had high hopes, especially me. I had a lot of high hopes for RJ Barrett this season because he is one of the guys I'm heavily invested in as a New York Knick. This is a little biased, but as a New York Knicks fan, I had very high hopes of RJ Barrett this season, and he just didn't live up to them. What I expected was maybe 22 to 24 points per game, 5 to 6 rebounds, 4 to 5 assists. Just being able to create for himself. He still hasn't been able to create for himself. Still hasn't been able to hit the mid-range shot, get to his pull-ups, get to a spot. He doesn't have a spot on the floor that he can get to consistently and that will get, buckets most of the time. But over the last 2 games, the first 2 games, RJ Barrett, although he was good defensively this entire series, offensively, the man has just, oh my God, it's just been bad the first 2 games. But the last 2 games, RJ Barrett I don't know what has happened to him. He's found his swag, he's found his game, he's found his offensive rhythm, and he's just picking his spots better. And he's playing very read and react, which is what I've always expected and always wanted from RJ. In the regular season, RJ Barrett was driving 99% of the time, and he was not passing the ball. It was 14% of the time he would pass on his drives. Now that is up to 48% on his drives. So that means every time he's driving, 48% of the time he's kicking it out to an open shooter or to somebody else to generate a better look. And that is what I wanted from RJ Barrett, to play like a dollar store Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler does that a lot. He's going to drive it in hard. He's going to kick it out and make the right play. If not, he's going to go and get fouls, which, RJ Barrett still doesn't have that Jimmy Butler whistle yet. Hopefully get there one day. But, RJ Barrett has always been a very good, finisher with his left hand, getting to a strong hand. He's one of the best to get to the rim in general. But he hasn't converted it as well in the regular season. But in the playoffs, he's done a very good job. Once in these last 2 games, the New York Knicks are running this, RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson pick and roll on the right wing, and then RJ, slips out of it to the right baseline, and Jalen Brunson kicks him the ball, and now it's just a one-on-one man where RJ Barrett has, a full head of steam to get to the rim and make something happen or kick it out. And that's been exactly how I wanted RJ Barrett to play, just play phenomenal like that. The next guy I got to talk about is Josh Hart. Josh Hart, elite role player, one of the best role players in the NBA, if not the best role player in the NBA. Josh Hart just does everything that you want from a wing. His game is tailor-made for the playoffs. He's going to come in, he's going to hustle hard, he's going to hit timely baskets, he's going to get timely rebounds, timely assists, timely steals. Anything that you need from Josh Hart, he's going to get that. And he also said, I could play 48 minutes if you want me to coach Tom Thibodeau when Quentin Grimes was out. And he's one of my disappointing guys. Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly are two of my most disappointing guys in the playoffs. Because I expected Emmanuel quickly to be able to create his own shot, get to the rim, hit the floaters, just be a better offensive weapon off the bench for the New York Knicks. And that hasn't really worked out. Now, Quentin Grimes, I'm going to give a little break to because it is his first playoffs, his first time in this experience, this environment. And he's still young. He's only 22 years old. So hopefully he gets better maybe in the second round. Now, I'm not going to jinx the New York Knicks and say we're beating the Cleveland Cavaliers because it's still 3-1. But if we do get to the second round, hopefully Quentin Grimes is better and he's able to knock down his three-point shots. We still know he's defending at an elite level. Guarding Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland at an elite level. It's just that he hasn't been able to knock down his shot. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers side. The two guys that we expected to do well have done well. Donovan Mitchell is a superstar. He is the guy that you give the ball to and he's going to make something happen. Now, over the last 2 games, he has struggled offensively. I'm not going to lie. He hasn't played that well. Even in game 2, he only had 17 points, but he had 13 assists. He's making plays happen. He was making things happen. But the last 2 games, Donovan Mitchell, I don't think that the New York Knicks have, locked up Donovan Mitchell. But I think Donovan Mitchell is getting in his own head offensively. And, I think Donovan Mitchell is going to have a big game 5 because it's win or go home. And I don't think Donovan Mitchell wants to go home yet. Now, Darius Garland has been, impactful, but he's also been disappointing for me as well. Because, Darius Garland, we know he can score from anywhere on the basket. He's an elite playmaker. He gets everything done. And, he does everything right. But, is the moment too bright for Darius Garland? Are the New York Knicks, MSG Garden lights too bright for him? Because, he has struggled when he was playing against us in Madison Square Garden. And he had, some bad games, some bad turnovers, not making the right read, forcing up shots, taking terrible shots. It was just a little bit, I think he was playing too fast for what he had to do. I think if he slowed it down, which we've seen him slow down in game 4 in the second half, that man, Darius Garland, was unstoppable. I think he had 13 of the Cleveland Cavaliers, 18 points by himself in that third quarter. And then I think he had like 6-7 in the fourth quarter. So it's something clicked for Darius Garland in the second half of game 4 where he's like, okay, I need to slow it down and I need to go out and get my baskets. And from getting my baskets, I'm going to get my teammates involved. And that's exactly what he did. Came out, hit a couple of floaters, hit a couple of mid-range shots once he got and broke down the defense. Once he did that, he was able to kick it down to Evan Mobley, who got easy dunks, or he kicked it out to Jarrett Allen to get easy dunks, or he hit the mid-range shot. Played phenomenally in the second half of game 4. Now, the 2 bigs, I have been disappointed. Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. Throughout the entire series, before the series even started, everybody was talking about how Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen are the 2 bigs, and they're going to dominate the New York Knicks bigs. And that hasn't happened. Mitchell Robinson has dogged both Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. It hasn't even been close. Mitchell Robinson is one of the best, if not the best, offensive rebounders. And I think he's averaging like 5 to 6 offensive rebounds a game against Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, who were both the number 1 defense in the NBA, one of the best rebounding bigs in the NBA. Mitchell Robinson has basically made both of them a non-factor in a sense. He's getting the rebounds, he's going back up, getting dunks, getting fouled, or he's kicking out to the right player, making right reads. And it's just been incredible to see what Mitchell Robinson has been doing against Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. Now, Evan Mobley has been doing a very great job on Julius Randle. Evan Mobley has completely taken Julius Randle out of this series as a 21, 22-year-old big man who's only in his second year it's just going to get so much better. His offense hasn't catched up, but next year I think he might break out, and that man is going to be some serious. The defensive tools are already there, and he's locking up one of the stronger power forwards in the NBA. But yeah, guys, let me know how you guys feel about this series, the New York Knicks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. You guys think it's going to end in Game 5 with a gentleman's sweep by the New York Knicks, or is it going to go to Game 6, Game 7? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 5 likes on this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, YouTube.